Hello everyone, you are welcome to this class. So in this video we continue from where we stopped. So in our last class we looked at properties of plane shapes, and we've looked at all the plane shapes that we have, discussed them. So today in this video we want to look at perimeter of plane shapes. So under this we'll be looking at perimeter of rectangles, we look at square, we look at parallelogram, trapezium, circles, and the rest. So the first thing we're going to look at, let's look at the objectives. So this lesson objectives covers meaning of perimeter of all these shapes, the plane shapes, and perimeter of irregular shapes. So those are the things I want to look at in this video. So I hope that is clear. So just relax and let's get started. So the first aspect, which is the meaning of perimeter. So it's like when you are measuring the edge of a shape. So the perimeter is like a measurement of the entire outer boundary of a flat shape. So if you have a shape, uh, such as you have this shape, this is a rectangle. So if you want to calculate the perimeter of this, means that we're going to measure this line, the length, and we also measure the length, the breadth or the width. We also measure this length, we also measure this breadth. So addition of everything here will give us what? Perimeter of this shape. I hope that is very clear. So that is why I said it tells you how far you travel if you trace all the sides what together. That if you start traveling from here, from this place, and continue moving until you come back to this, so it will tell you how far you have gone from the beginning to the end. So that is what uh, the perimeter is all about. So the perimeter is a measurement of the total length of all the sides of a closed figure, of a closed shape. Uh, Plane shapes are flat shapes. They are closed, they are joined by lines. So when you measure the lines that formed the shape, that is when you have what measured the perimeter of that shape. So like a triangle, rectangle, pentagon, and so on and so forth are added together. So no matter what shape you are dealing with, the perimeter is always found by adding up the lengths of all its sides. So the shapes we are measuring might not really be the known shape. That's why we have a regular. For example, you can have something like this. Sorry, you can have something like this. You can have something like this, and they ask you to find the perimeter. So you are meant to add all the sides that we have there together. So we have this side is here. This is one side. This another side. This another side. This another side. This another one. This another one. This another one. You continue getting the side and add everything together, and that gives you what the perimeter of that what shape. I hope that is very clear. All right. So this applies to triangles, squares, circles, even though a circle doesn't have straight sides. So this circles too is also part of it, which we are still going to look at, and even shapes with bumpy or uneven edges. So we can as well add them together. I hope this is very clear. So we now move to the next, which is we start from triangle. Now, as we have discussed before, we have different types of triangle. So in this, we're going to look at these three types of triangle. So the first one here is equilateral triangle. All the sides in this are equal. So equilateral triangle, this equals to this and equals to this. So in equilateral triangle, if the side is A, so all this one will also be A, this also would be A. So perimeter of an equilateral triangle. So perimeter of an equilateral triangle. So perimeter. So for this, so this perimeter will be what? A plus A. I hope I'm with you. A plus A. All right. Uh, plus A. So this will give us what? 3A. Are you with me? So, and if the side is represented to be S, right? If it's represented to be S, so the same thing is just be S, S, S. So this will then be what? S, S. So that will be S plus what? S. So that will be S plus S plus S. That's going to be what? 3 what? 3S. I hope that is very clear. So that is that on that one. So then the other one, the second part, which is an isosceles triangle. So this side equals to this side. In an isosceles triangle like this, so what you're going to have is this. So this, so which means that this side, if this side is A, this side will also be A, and this will be what? B. Sorry, this is A, this will also be what? B. So in this case, that will be A plus B. So which is equal to what? 2A plus B. Now, I'm just naming it with these letters. That doesn't mean that in all the textbooks or in your exam or in your questions, you're going to have this. No, I'm just using A to mean this side, B to mean this side, S to mean this side, S to mean this side. I hope that is clear. So that is that on this one. Why the last one, the last part here, which is a scaling triangle, so which could also be right angle triangle. All right. So this side is not the same thing as this side, and it's not the same thing as this side. You understand? So if this is A, this is B, this is C. So that means the perimeter of this will then be A plus B plus C. I hope this is very clear. So that is that on a triangle. So the next is we're going to look at, let's look at examples on this before we move on. So under this, so find the perimeter of the following shape. So for A, to solve A now, to solve A, to solve A, solution to A, so this will be, you can see this from here, this side is 7. That's going to be 7 plus 3 plus 5. Everything in centimeters. So this gives us 15 centimeters. So that is the perimeter of this. So this is a scaling triangle. Then for B, so what you're going to notice there is that, so this is an isosceles triangle. So which means this side 4 centimeters, same thing as this side, which is also 4 centimeters. So in this case, this is going to be 4 centimeters plus 6 centimeters plus 4 centimeters. So everything will then give us what? 14 what? Centimeters. How this is very clear. So that is that on this one. Now we now move to another plane shape. I hope this is very clear. We're still going to look at examples that will be more complex than this one. But let's just look at the, the basis first. So the next one is a perimeter of rectangle. So rectangle, we've looked at the properties of rectangles. The opposite sides are always equal, meaning that this side here is equal to this side, while this side equals to this side. So this is the length, and while this is the width or the breadth, either of the two. So to now find the perimeter, so since this one is this is the length here, so this length here as well. So this one coming. So this will also be length, while this will also be what? The width. I hope that is clear. So in that case, we can conclude that to find the perimeter of a rectangle, so it will be length plus width plus what? Plus width. So that is 2 lengths plus what? 2 width. You can have it this way. Or you can factor out 2 there. when you factor out 2, this will be 2 in brackets length plus breadth or width. So this is the formula for calculating perimeter of a what? Of a rectangle. I hope that is clear. So we're going to look at perimeter of square now. So perimeter of square is the next one. So we looked at squares properties as well. So all the sides are equal, all the sides and angles are equal. So in that case, so we're saying that this side here is equal to this side, is equal to this side, is equal to this side. So in that case, so if this is L, this also be L, this is L, this is going to be L. Therefore, perimeter of a square, perimeter of a square is equal to L plus L plus L plus L. That is going to give us 4L. That is 4 lengths. I hope I'm making sense. All right, so if that is the case, so move to the next one. And next one is parallelogram. So next is parallelogram. So parallelogram, the same just like rectangle. The opposite sides are equal. So this side here, the side here is equal to this side. Why this equals to this? So this is the length, this is the breadth. So which means we are saying that the perimeter of a parallelogram and a rectangle are what? The same. So that means that's going to be length plus breadth plus breadth. So this will give us 2L plus what? 2 breadth, or 2 into bracket L plus what? Breadth. I hope this is very clear. So that is that on the parallelogram. So let's now look at, we've looked at three plane shapes now. We've looked at rectangle, squares, and parallelogram. So we're going to look at examples that has to do with these three before we proceed to the next plane shape. So let's look at this example. This is example 2. So we have this, find perimeter of these shapes. So as you can see from this, so for us to find A now, for A, which is a rectangle, and perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into bracket L plus breadth. So which is same thing as having it to be 2 into, what is the length here? So the length is 15, while the breadth is 5. So that's going to be 15 plus 5. So which is going to be 2 times 20, and that gives us what? 40 centimeters. Don't forget to put centimeters there. It's very important. So don't forget the units. Then for B, so what we have in B is that this is a square. And in a square, all the sides are equal. From this, that's what you can see on the board there. So all the sides are equal. In that case, so perimeter of a square, which is 4L, and L is equal to 4. So that's going to be 4 multiplied by 4, and that's going to give us 16 centimeters. 16 centimeters. I hope that is clear. Then the last one, which is parallelogram, just like um, rectangle. So that as well will give us the same thing. Perimeter is 2 into bracket length plus breadth. All right. So that is 2 into bracket. The length is 5, the breadth is 2. All right. So that is 5 plus 2. So which is centimeter. So which is 2 times 7, and that gives us 14 centimeters. I hope this is very clear. I hope this is very clear. All right, so that is that on this. So we move to the next one here. So the next we have here is, so we are moving to the next shape, which is trapezium. So trapezium, so we've also looked at trapezium. I've made it known to you that we have different types of trapezium as well. We have isosceles trapezium, we have scalene trapezium, we have a right angle trapezium. For the case of this is quite different. So this is scaling isosceles trapezium. This side equals to this side. All right. So if this is A, just add everything together, and this is B. So if this is C, then automatically this also was C. Are you with me? So let's assume that this is not this case. So let's have it this way. So if you have it in another way, let me pick another pen. So if this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So that means that the perimeter of this shape is the addition of A plus B plus C plus D. So I hope that is clear. So that is that on that. So we look at another example now before we proceed. So in another example that we can look at here is this. So we have this. So find the perimeter of the following shapes. So you can see the shape we have there is trapezium. The first one is trapezium, while the second one is a kite. Kite is also plane shape. Exactly. So for A, to calculate A now, for A, so that means, so since this one is 4, this also what 4. But because of this line you have there, that shows that they are equal. So in that case, so the perimeter of this shape will then be 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4, everything centimeters. So 2 plus 4, that is 6. 6, that's going to be 17 centimeters. How this is very clear. Okay, then for number 2, for B, so what you're going to notice here is that the upper part of, we have done that as well when we were treating properties of kites. So the upper part here, the part we have here, these parts, they are equal. This side and this side are equal. So that means 3.2 here, this also what 3.2 as well. So this is going to be 3.2. So this would then be 7.3. So in that case, so that means perimeter of a kite is what? 2 times 3.2 plus 2 times 7.3. So 2.2 is what? 3.2 times 2 is equal to what? 6.4. Plus 2 times 7.3 is going to be 14.6. So when you add these together, this will give us what? 21 centimeters. When you add them together, that's what you're going to get, 21 centimeters. I hope this is very clear. So move to the next one, and look at circle, perimeter of a circle. So circle, this is circle. We want to find the perimeter of a circle. So now I've made it known to you that perimeter of a circle, we've done properties of circles. So the line at the middle here, this is the center here. This is center of the circle. So from here to this circumference here is radius, right? Why this circumference? You can see this, the distance, the line that formed the circle here, the line that formed the circle, which is the circumference, is the same thing as the perimeter, but that is the distance. So perimeter of a circle, we can say that perimeter of a circle of a circle is the same as its circumference. Hope that is clear. So, and to calculate that, so formula for calculating perimeter of a circle or circumference of a circle, which is same thing as circumference of a circle, is what? 2 pi r or pi d. Why is it pi d? If you look at 2r, because 2r, 2 radii equals to what? 1 diameter. So instead of writing 2 pi here, 2r here, So you replace 2r with d. That's why we have it to be pi d. So therefore, so it's either you have it as 2 pi, excuse me, is that you have it as 2 pi r or pi d. So these two formula can be used to calculate the perimeter of a circle or circumference of a circle. So depending on what you are given, if you are given the radius, you make use of 2 pi r. If you are given diameter, make use of what? Diameter, which is d, pi d. So I hope that is clear. So we now look at the example now that covers this aspect of so let's look at this. So find the perimeter of the following shapes. So you are given this, you want to find the perimeter of this shape. So what are you going to do? So this is very simple, very straightforward. So what you're going to have there is the radius given to solve this now. To solve this for A, so the formula is circumference of a circle, same thing as perimeter, is equal to what? 2 pi r. So where pi, the pi could be, you can make use of 22 over 7 if you are not given anything, but if you are given, if it's theory to 3.142, can be given 3.14, whichever one, and the r here is given as 7. So let's now put in the value here. So this is going to be 2 times 22 over 7 times 7. So to finally solve this, so this is going to give us 7, we cancel 7 here. So what we're going to have left is going to be what? 2 times 22, and that's going to give us what? 44 what? Centimeters. So that is what? The perimeter of this was circle, which is same thing as circumference of this circle. Now coming back to B. So I intentionally brought this here because this is this another shape here. So if you look at this shape is called pentagon because it has 5 sides and 5 angles. So don't forget that we've treated that as well. So what you are meant to do here is to add all the sides together. So adding all the sides together require wisdom. So now here, if you look at this, a single line is drawn on this one and a single line is drawn. That means that the other side is also what? Sorry for that. So this other side is also 3 centimeters. And this one is what? 5 centimeters. Oh, I hope I'm making sense. So to now get the perimeter of this shape now, so this will give us perimeter of this shape, may there be 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6. So 3 plus 3, that is 6. This is 10, 16. 16 plus 6, that is going to be what? 22 centimeters. Please always write your units. Any unit you are given, make sure you write it. It's very, very important. So that is that on this example 4. So we'll look at 2 more examples before we end this class. So we've spent much time, but I don't want it to be longer than 30 minutes. So let's look at 2 another example. So look at this. This shape is combination of two or more regular plane shapes. So this is irregular shapes. So this is, you can see. So what we're going to do is to add all the sides together to find their perimeter. So and to do that, we have to be very careful as well. So to do this, so for A, so we want to add this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So we have known this. This is known. So let's take this is known, but we have not known this. This is known, this is known, we don't know this. So we need to find these two before we continue. How do we find the first one here? So if you can see, we are looking from here to this place. This is what we are looking for. And we are given from here to here to be 7. Whereas from here to here is 3. That is from here to here is 3. So therefore, and from here to here is 7 because this is a rectangle. So opposite sides of rectangles are equal. So that means this place will also be what? 4 centimeters. I hope I'm making sense. So then the other side. So if you come down to this place, so this place is 3, opposite sides. This is 3, this is 4. So this means this one also was 7 centimeters. I hope I'm making sense. So in this case, we can add everything together. So this is going to give us 3. So perimeter now. So perimeter of this shape will then be 3 plus 4 plus another 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus another 7. Please, you need to pause at some point in time to, or just go back and check the way I've done it very well. So 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 7 is 21, plus 7 is 20. So we are going to have 28 centimeters. I hope this is very clear. Then move towards the other part, B. So we want to find the perimeter of this shape. So what we're going to find, what we're looking for is this plus this plus this plus this plus this and plus this semicircle. So let's first of all find the circumference of that semicircle. So, and circumference of a circle, you know, we said circumference of a circle is what? 2 pi r. But this is half of a circumference. So that is, we divide it by 2. So this cancels this, plus the rest. So that is, let's calculate this one first before we proceed. So to calculate this, pi is what? 22 over 7 times the radius, which is 7. So 7 cancels 7. So this one is what? 22. Let's keep this. We have kept that. Now, it now remains, this side is will also be 12. We know it remains this side that we don't know yet. So how are we going to calculate that? You can see this is 3, this is 3. It remains this part, this diameter. And diameter, since the radius is 7 here, and 2 radii gives us what? Diameter. So this means this place will be what? 14. So 14 plus 3 plus 3 will give us what? 20. So which means this place is equal to what? 20. We then add everything together. That will be what? We start from this upper part here. That is 12 plus 20 plus 12 plus the first 3, this 3 here, plus this half of a circumference, which is 22, plus 22, plus the second 3. Then we add everything together. So this is the perimeter. So that's perimeter equals to 12 plus 20, that's 32. 32 plus 12, that is 44. 47 plus 3, 50, that is 72. So the answer is 72 centimeters. I hope this is very clear. All right. So just go through it again and you get it. You can pause the video and go back and you get it right. So the last question I'm going to look at is a question on word problems. So it's just like word problem, but it's not a word problem per se. So what we have there, so this is going to be example 6. This is going to be example 6, all right, not 5. All right. So what we have there, the perimeter of an equilateral triangle. The perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 27. Find the length of the triangle. So if you look at the question very well, perimeter of an equilateral triangle. For an equilateral triangle, all the sides are what? Equal. So perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 3s. So that is 3 multiplied by the size, the length of the size. And we have been given that this 3 multiplied by its size is equal to what? 27. So find the length of the triangle. So the length is s. So we divide both sides by 3 by 3. So that means we're going to have what? 9. So the length of the side of the triangle, the length of the size of the triangle is 9 centimeters. I hope that is clear. So that is that for number the question A. So we go to B. Let me erase this and let's go to B. So let's go to B. B, the diameter of a wheel is 40 centimeters. The diameter of a wheel, you know wheel, that is where they put tire inside the car. You know that. So, and it's in form of a circle. So calculate the circumference of the wheel, which is this one is very, so diameter is given to be 40 centimeters. So that means for B now, for B, we are given diameter to be what? 40 centimeters. All right. Then we are looking for the perimeter, circumference of the, which is what, going to be pi d. So that means pi, which is 22/7 times 40. Then we calculate this. So that's going to give us 8 880 divided by 7. So 880 divided by 7 gives us 125.7. That is going to be 125.7. So 0.71. So we leave it at this. So that's going to be 125.7 centimeters. Or if you ask to round it to the nearest whole number, the nearest whole number is going to be what? 126 centimeters. I hope this is very clear. All right, so that is that on this one. Now, the last part here is if an equilateral triangle, has the same perimeter as a circle of radius 12 meters, calculate the length of one side of the equilateral triangle. So that's what it means there. So how do we do that? So let's erase this as well. So an equilateral triangle, we have an equilateral triangle like this. The perimeter of this is the same as the perimeter of a circle, of this circle. And the radius of this circle, the radius is 12. All right? Calculate the length of one side. So which means we need to calculate the perimeter of this because we don't know anything about the equilateral triangle. So let's calculate the perimeter of the circle. So the perimeter of the circle is what? We are given the radius, that's 2 pi what? Pi r. And then that is going to be 2 times 22/7 times the radius, which is 12. So we calculate this. So whatever we get is the same thing as the perimeter of the equilateral triangle. So what we're going to do now is let's calculate this. That is 44 times 12. 2 times 22 is 44 times 12. So we have 528 divided by 7. So 528 divided by 7. So let's see what we're going to have. So divided by 7. So we have 75.4. 75.4 centimeters. So for us to now get each side of the equilateral triangle, so we divide it by 3. So which means 3s is equal to 75.4 centimeters. Divide both sides by 3. So cancel, cancel. So we now divide this one by 3 now. So divided by 3. So this will give us 25.1. So the answer will then be equal to 25.1 centimeter. So that is the side of each the length of one side of the equilateral triangle is 25.1 centimeters. I hope you find this video useful and helpful. So don't forget, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn your notification bell so that anytime I release a video like this, you'll be the first to get a notification of it. And we're going to meet in our next class. Bye for now.